ruler of Dubai to inaugurate the metro's Green Line on September the 9th. World's largest bank, ICBC, looking at retail franchise in the UAE. And a rare earthquake rattles US East Coast. This is 7 National News. In our top story, Dubai's public transportation network is making headlines once again with the completion of the Dubai Metro project and the upcoming inauguration of the Green Line, as well as the number of metro passengers forecast to more than double. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, will inaugurate the Dubai Metro Green Line on September the 9th. The inauguration marks the completion of the longest driverless rail project in the world, as well as the biggest vital transport project across the region. The Dubai Metro Green Line will stretch across 23 kilometres and comprise of 18 stations, in addition to 2 transfer stations, Union and Khalid bin Al Walid, shared with the Red Line. Abu Dhabi's Masdar Institute is set to invest 2.57 million dirhams in a carbon capture technology project in collaboration with RTI International that is set to revolutionise carbon capture and storage space. According to a company statement, the US Department of Energy is also funding the research side of the project and will contribute $3 million, while Masdar will contribute $700,000. The statement said that the project will look at the use of solid sorbet technology for CO2 capture from coal and gas-fired power stations to help overcome climate change. This will allow for continued use of oil and gas without the environmental impact. The captured CO2 will then be transported through pipelines and released into deep geological formations. A Congolese visitor has been accused of possessing 2 million dirhams in counterfeit banknotes in various currencies after she was discovered trying to smuggle them into Dubai in her luggage. According to local reports, the 32-year-old visitor is accused of attempting to smuggle counterfeit US dollars and euros by hiding the banknotes inside 3 handbags. The woman did not admit or deny the charges when she appeared before the Dubai Court of First Instance because there had been no French language translator. Presiding Judge Al-Said Mohamed Barhout adjourned the case to September the 4th until a French translator could be made available. The spirit of giving and sharing in Ramadan continues to bring the UAE community together. While it is already common to see companies organising iftar parties for clients and employees, there are those that go the extra mile to benefit the underprivileged. A number of orphans from various emirates were among the special guests at an iftar gathering held on Tuesday.
This is unlike the usual private parties many residents have now grown accustomed to. The sight of clowns twisting balloons and doing face painting on children may not be a traditional iftar. However, this event is an exception. 20 children from orphanages in Dubai and Sharjah were the special guests at a charity iftar organized by Xerox Emirates.
These type of things is making us close to the kids. You see the smile on the faces of the kids, and we'd like, as a kind of Al-Taiba group and Xerox Emirates, to be responsible and share responsibility towards the community. Charity or supporting the charity organization is one of the ways which we feel that our responsibility to the community is reflecting positively on our behavior.
With the theme Umniyat al-Khair, or Blessings of Ramadan, company officials say this event is an opportune time for everyone to give, share, and learn from one another.
I feel particularly warm about such events. Clearly it's part of our culture. It's important that we give back to those that are less privileged than ourselves.
Company officials say the private sector has been continuously receiving support from the community. Events such as this are simple tokens of gratitude, and while this is just one night in Ramadan, this symbolizes the need to invest in the future, beginning with these children. Khadija Sali, 7 National News.
A local non-profit organisation called Voice for Charity has been campaigning hard towards increasing awareness about the importance of giving for humanitarian issues. Set up 4 months ago as a Facebook medium, Voice for Charity has had positive feedback from individuals who want to be part of a better society. Pioneered by Dina Al-Naib, the founder provides awareness on behalf of local NGOs who are not able to take advantage of resources on their own. The group links volunteers to different projects with a proactive approach to community work. The Palestine Children's Relief Fund is one such case.
We're kind of like an umbrella where volunteers can come to, and depending on what kind of volunteer work that they do, we kind of direct them in the right direction towards the organisation that fits under that criteria of what they're looking for in terms of volunteer work.
With PCRF, you get the direct contact with your cases. You see the kids, you take them around, you deal with them, and you see what your efforts go towards. And I would really recommend people to come and interact with the kids and see them, because once you do it once, you'll just have this great feeling of giving.
And looking to news abroad now, a strong earthquake rattled the US East Coast on Tuesday, sending tremors as far as Canada, shaking the nation's capital and scaring thousands of office workers who fled onto the streets. There were no reports of major damage or injuries from the 5.8 magnitude quake, which was centered in Mineral, Virginia, 90 miles southwest of Washington, D.C. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, it was the largest quake in Virginia since 1897 and struck at a shallow depth, which increased its potency. The U.S. East Coast does not normally get quakes as strong as Tuesday's, according to the Seismic Monitoring Agency. Earthquakes of magnitude 5.5 to 6 can cause damage to buildings and other structures. And Australian police said 11 people, including up to 8 children, were feared dead after a fire engulfed a house in the Queensland capital of Brisbane. Local media quoted veteran police and firemen saying that the incident was the worst they have ever seen. Local media said 14 people, mainly members of 2 Pacific Islander families, were inside the house when the blaze broke out just after midnight. Police confirmed that 3 men had escaped from the fire. The police's Queensland Disaster Victim Identification Squad was at the scene to begin the process of identifying the victims. Queensland Police Superintendent Noel Powers called for the community to be patient during the identification process.
It is a slow and very methodical process, but for the sake of reporting these deaths to the coroner, we have to be 100% sure. In some instances, it may come down to, dental identification.
The acting superintendent of Queensland Fire and Rescue, Peter Ryan, said the incident was the worst he has ever seen. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. And up next, we have the day's business news, so stay with us.